무시해주세요 미소 너는 빛을 냈어 원인 척해도 솔직히 난 가끔은 불안해져 너랑 이제 소리가겠지 넌 확실히 해 어디도 못 가게 내 번째 손가락을 줘 Girl I wanna marry you right here right now Yeah I wanna marry you 아직도 너무 예뻐 볼 때마다 숨이 멎지 아니도 같은 편집병인 건 약점이 없어 시간이 갈수록 더 심각해 멈춰 아직도 내 삶의 everything my love 너를 알고 있어 더 이상 가두지 않게 네 옆에 있어줄게 내 번째 손가락을 줘 Girl I wanna marry you right here right now Yeah I wanna marry you Girl I wanna marry you right here right now Yeah I wanna marry you 심장이 왠지 후회할 것 같아 오늘인 듯해 baby 너의 대로 지속해 미운다 널 닮은 우리 마치게 널 위해 지금 나와 약속해줄래 I wanna marry you right here right now Yeah I wanna marry you Girl I wanna marry you right here right now Yeah I wanna marry you I wanna marry you Don't speak about it, be about it 너란 다음에 가까워지길 바래 차갑고 단조로운 너의 기호 아름다운 그 이상의 몸을 봐 Looking for the real baby here we are Baby 그렇게 널 열어봐 바람 넘치나 부르지 못한 볼수록 뻔한 너는 누구야 Tell me what it is so damn 내 안에 숨겨둔 Show me 넌 지키고 생각하고 솔직해 그게 뭐인지 I need to know 내게 어때 이 보인다면 널 둘러싼 현실 보내자 네가 고백했잖아 Tonight don't leave my Won't you follow my body rhythm? Come and follow my body rhythm. 계속 따라와봐 그리고 있잖아 Give up, give up, give up Whoa. 향해서 널 가득 담아새 나의 눈을 감고 의미해 I got it, yeah I want it Oh yeah 한나는 필요 없어 이럴 땐 타고난 몸은 이렇게 I got it Follow my body rhythm, come and follow my body rhythm. 달콤히 내 손 잡고 춤을 추면 돼. 지금 on my mind. Won't you follow my body rhythm, come and follow my body rhythm. 계속 따라와봐 그리고 있잖아. Give up, give up, give up. Whoa. 잠깐만 홀려 너 나랑 춰춰. 뭐가 부끄러워? 네 리듬 이뻐 심장이 원래. 빨리 뛰어나 거의 2배 우린 이제 too fast 점점 더 빨라지는 숨소리 이 온도를 끌어줘 또 1, 2, 3 한 번 더 baby come closer oh, yeah, yeah. 갖고 싶다면 언제든 휘두르든 또 휘어감든 그 상태로 날 따라줘 More and more, more and more and more Won't you follow my body rhythm Come and follow my body rhythm 달콤히 내 손 잡고 춤을 추면 돼 지금 on my mind Won't you follow my body rhythm Come and follow my body rhythm 계속 따라와봐 그리고 있잖아 Give up, give up, give up Whoa.
Hello! Welcome y'all. So today we're going to be learning Don't Call Me by SHINEE from their new album, new releases. I was just playing a bunch of songs from it. Body Rhythm is actually my favorite song. It just makes me want to move. But yeah, so I'm going to keep playing that song and then I'll play Don't Call Me while we warm up. I'll do like a little 5-minute warm up and then we'll get started learning the choreography. Yay! Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet, or if you can't hear me over it at any point, please let me know. I was going to say this, I'm mirrored right now, so this is my right hand and this is my left, so you don't have to worry about trying to flip it at all. So yeah, just follow along. Cool.
Body rhythm, body rhythm. 처음 느낀 대로 내게 스며들면 돼. 대로 좋아, oh my. 거침없이 넌 가끔은 떨고 단 것도 같아 넌 내게 매일 거짓이 아니야 그저 날 느껴 까미로 모든 게 Won't you follow my body rhythm Only follow my body rhythm 달콤히 내 손 잡고 춤을 추면 돼 지금 on my mind Won't you follow my body rhythm Only follow my body rhythm 계속 따라와봐 그리고 있잖아 Give up, give up, give up Body, body rhythm Body, body rhythm 끝을 말하지 마 그걸 원하잖아 Give up, give up, give Check this out, y'all. I don't want you back, don't call me. I keep saying next time and I'm saying you're like 깊어진 밤 집요하게 벨이 울려 It's your calling 고집스럽고 지독하지 그게 바로 너 스티커 너 쉽게 포기 못해 그 성질 버리지 못해 온종일 이름만 섹시해 내일 덕분에 찾아 할 건데 내 아침을 망치곤 해 패턴은 뻔해 관심 꺼줄래 I know where you came from 그대 나의 shine 하나 더 줄래 Johnny Don't think about calling 넌못 바뀌겠지 집착뿐이겠지 나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸면 되니 머릿속 꽤나 어디로 쓸 거야 Miss someone You waste my time 누가 넌 최악이야 When I hit your call 끝났어 너의 love Don't worry now 사랑하면 보내줘 Don't worry now 계속 말하잖아 Next time 넌 항상 in your life 네 사랑은 이제 아니야
Stretch, you want to keep the shoulder a little bit low.
난널 몰라 손 위에 저 하지마
And overhead.
Sick of all your trash 이제 늦었다니까 널 믿지 않아 you know why 날 속였다는 걸 알아 속인 걸 알아 이들은 왜 사랑이 못인데
We do have a lot of arm movements in this dance.
보고 있네
I feel like the music is really loud. I think let me know. I might turn that up a bit.
사람 없을 거니까 Next to none You waste my time
And we're pulling down.
끝났어 너의 love Don't worry now
We do the next section, right?
Don't worry now 계속 말해 Next time 넌 없어 in your life 네 사랑은 이제 아니야
Pull it out.
잊어버려 제발 난 널 몰라 손 위에 저 하지마 아직 같은 꿈속에서 포기 못했니 I'll never pick up 지워버렸어 I'm gonna save my life For the next call Sorry, the number you have called has been disconnected 끝났어 love Send home when you now Send home 보내줘 난 찾을 걸
I love the piano part so much. So today we're going to be learning the first chorus of the dance. First chorus and second chorus are pretty similar. I'll go over some slight differences, but they're pretty similar. But yeah, let's get started. I will give a caveat. This is a fairly hard dance and is very technical, but I will break things down and I will do it slow with music a lot. And so hopefully with some practice and me walking you through it, we can go over all of this. It is really technical dance. I feel like even SHINEE themselves has a little bit of trouble with it. They don't always do the moves super cleanly. So don't feel bad if you don't do everything perfect. Just have fun with it and try to do the best you can. But yeah, okay, so first move is pretty fun. You're actually gonna bring it up your right, so you're gonna be standing on your left leg, you're gonna pick up that right leg. And you're gonna be standing like this for a whole 8 count, and we're gonna be like this for a minute, so you're gonna wanna really balance the leg. What helps balance is if you keep the left leg a little bit bent, because if you're like locked out of it, it makes it a little bit harder to balance. Keep it a little bit bent, and then helps you activate the muscles and keep you more balanced. So you're gonna be facing this diagonal, left leg's down on the ground, right leg picked up. Your hands are gonna be coming, you want the left hand to come up with the right leg to start with, and then you're gonna switch, yeah? So you're picking up here, and then you're bending down, down, kick, down, down, kick, switch, da, da, yeah? That's the general move, and you're gonna be doing that for about an 8 count. You're actually gonna come up on 7, and the downbeats start on 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Approximately like that. Might be 7, 8, and 1 actually. But yeah, so the idea is that you're doing this like bounce step here, and then you're doing like da, da, and you're doing a little bit of a scoop. I don't know if you can see my leg, I know I'm wearing black pants. So you're stepping, and then you do a little bit of like a down scoop with the leg. Some of the backup dancers like turn the leg, but SHINEE mostly keeps it straight. So it's in the same position the whole time, but you're doing down, scoop up, down, down, scoop up. Yeah? Da, 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 da. That make sense? I'm sort of overemphasizing it a lot so you can get the idea, but that's the general move. So like I said, you're gonna start here on 7, and then I think it's on the 8, the and of 8 that you start the steps. So 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 5. There you go. Down. Don't call me, don't call me, don't call me. Yeah, that's the idea. So every time they say don't is when you're doing that little bounce, and then on call, don't call me is when you're doing the switch. You're just doing the like scoop type motion with your foot. It's hard to explain, I just realized. You might want to watch them do it a few times so you can get the idea. It's a little hard to explain, but you're doing a bounce and then a scoop is the idea. And you're sort of bringing the knee from this side of your body to this side of your body, just a little bit. It's very subtle, and all of them do it very precisely, but that's the idea. So, tricky bit is that you're on you're in this position for a whole 8 counts, so you have to really balance it the whole time. Also, you're here to start with. Call me, don't call me. On count 5, which is one of the calls, you're gonna bend over as it happens. That makes sense? Hopefully that made sense. Let's do it once, and then I'm gonna make sure I have these counts correctly. Correct. Yeah. I'm actually gonna turn off the overlay briefly just so you can see. That doesn't really just gives you a view of my bed, so let's keep that on. And we'll just move the camera a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit more view of the ground, so you can see my footwork. But okay, let me know if you can hear this or not.
Yeah, mix along. You want the USB time.
Okay.
Mix along. You want the USB time.
Does that make sense? I don't know if you can hear that or not. Let me know. Bright leg day. Yeah, you're gonna want to stretch out the left hip and then stretch the left calf, because that's the one you're standing on. Okay, you can hear it. Great. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit, and then we'll do it with this music. So, just a little bit more details. The idea is that you're doing the little kick on don't, and then you're doing a scoop on call, and then on me you go back. So it's don't call me, don't call me, don't call me. Yeah? A little bit more precise than what I was giving you before. So you're here on 7, and then it's gonna go don't call me, don't call, switch, don't call back, don't call. And then I think the third one, which is count 5, you're gonna bend over when he says me. Call, sorry, not me. Okay, so the whole idea is gonna go 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and on the end of 8, you're gonna be stepping it down briefly before we go to the next round. Okay, yeah? Hopefully that makes sense. Let's try this with music. Let's do it a little bit slow. We'll try it at like 75% and see how it goes. I think it should be okay, but just making sure we're getting this move down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, Hi, welcome. Someone said they're new here. Welcome. Yes, hopefully you can hear that. If it's too quiet, let me know. Let's do that one more time, that speed, and then we'll just pick it up. Don't forget to do the hands. So whenever it says call, you're also switching the hands, and then you're switching back on me. The same with the foot. Boo.
넌못 버티겠지 집착뿐이겠지 나처럼 안 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You and you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야.
Does that make sense? Hopefully that made sense. Let's try it up to speed just once, a couple times. Hopefully you can see everything too.
너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You and you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야.
Yeah? Hopefully we're doing okay. Let's try it one more time. And I might switch back to the other music because switching these screens is a little confusing.
나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You and you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야.
Yay! Okay. Hopefully we're okay with that 8 count. It's not too bad. It's just like balancing on your leg for forever. And getting used to I think what also is a little tricky is like adding swag to it, but hopefully we'll talk more about that as we move along. But I want to get to the next 8 count because the next 8 count is particularly hard. It's a little disjointed and it's very fast. So I want to break it down for you so we can get to that. So, you're down, you're bent over, and you just did don't call, and then you're gonna step down on me here. So on that last me, you're actually stepping, and then you're gonna push that out to make you step out, yeah? And that's the only and of 8, so it's 8 and 1. And as you jump out, your right arm is opening up, and the left arm is opening up this way. You're sort of doing like a half circle here, and then you're gonna hit on 2, yeah? So you did and 1, 2, cool? And this next part's a little bit weird. What's happening is your hands are, don't worry about your hands for now. You're gonna jump, it's almost a replace, but basically your left leg is gonna go to the center as your right leg comes out. Then it's gonna come to the front and step down, yeah? And that's 3 and 4, cool? What happens with your arms, so you're here on 1, hit 2, your arms throw out, your hand's gonna pull up to this knee, and then you're gonna push it down. Does that make sense? This particular section is very fast. They do this slightly differently. I'm doing sort of a combination. I find that Taemin does it really clearly in the second chorus, so if you're looking for someone to watch, I think what he does in this section is really precise, as opposed to the other people are like concentrating, but it's not as precise. But yeah, so anyways, you're circling 1, hit 2, 3, and 4. Then as you're gonna step out on the left foot, you're gonna hit here. Your hands are in this sort of funky pose, you can see me. And you're doing a circle here to here as well, yeah? So it's ba-da-ba, which is very fast, 5 and 6, yeah? So all together from the step, you're down here, you're gonna plant and 1, hit 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Cool? This next move is the one that's kind of weird, but it's basically a little, if you've done like one of these, that's the idea, I believe. It's a little bit hard to see and it happens really fast, but from left, you're gonna take your left hand and do a little bit of a roll to like here, and then your hands shoot out to the right. So it's like, it's barely there, yeah? but it's 5 and 6 and 7, yeah? So it's almost like a little bit of a transition before their hands shoot out to the side. Cool? So you did 5 and 6 and 7, and then 8 is just a pull here, and that's really sharp. So you want to hit here, and you're in this like diagonal position with your arms here. Okay, so that was a lot of moves, it's a little bit disjointed. Let's go over that. So you're here, you're gonna hit and 1, 2, 3, and 4, step 5 and 6 and 7, 8. I don't know if they've been their knee or not now. Might be that they just pull, because they're about to move their legs in a minute, but I think it's just a pull here. Yeah? All right, let me see if you have any questions. If not, let's go ahead and do that slow. Let's try 50% with music.
You only you waste my time.
And 1, 2, 3, and 4,
Never know,
5,
check
6,
out,
8. Yeah? One more time that speed. If you're having trouble staying on the one leg forever, don't worry about doing this. You count and just get ready to go. Start in this pose.
You only you waste my time.
Step 1, 2, 3, and 4,
Never
5,
know,
and
check
6, and 7, 8. Cool. Hopefully it's loud enough. Let me know if it's not. Yeah, let's do that one more time, that speed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, then here, 6,
You only
7,
you waste my
8,
time.
and 1, 2, 3, and 4,
Never
5,
know,
and
check
6, and 7,
out,
8. Yeah? Cool. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Let's try that at 75% now. This whole thing, it's gonna be really fast. It's like not too bad when you're doing it at 50% and then you speed it up and you're like, whoa. But that's why we do it slow so we can get the moves down.
나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미친 너 You only you waste my time 누구봐 넌 최악이야 But I hate you call
Yeah? One more time that speed.
나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미친 너 You only you waste my time 누구봐 넌 최악이야 But I hate you call
Okay. Are you ready to try 100%? We're just going to try it at 100 once, and I'm going to give you a little bit more, and we'll slow it down again to learn a little bit more, and then we'll speed that back up. Let's just see how it goes. But we need to move on. All right, ready for 100?
집착뿐이겠지 나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미친 너 You only you waste my time 누구봐 넌 최악이야 But I hate you call
5 and 6 and 7, 8. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm going to teach you a little bit more because the next 4 counts are really fast, and I want us to like just add that on. They're not hard, they're just fast. So I want to add that on slow, and then we'll worry about speeding up the whole thing. Okay, but I wanted to give you an idea of what the speed is going to be like. So we just did 7, 8 pull, yeah? You're gonna bring your right arm up and then hip back down. At the same time, you're stepping behind yourself, left leg behind the right, here. But you're gonna keep the weight in your right leg as you do that. So you just did 7, 8, and 1, and then you go, and 2. Yeah? So the reason you're keeping your weight in your right leg is you either pick up your knee, put it down. Yeah? So keep all the weight in your right leg as you go from here to here. What the hands are doing, let me get a little closer so you can see. So you're here, your hands are gonna point up. The left hand is sort of like grabbing your arm, but like half of them are like underneath. It's just sort of there because you're about to do this, which is just, so don't like hold on to your arm really tightly. You're just placing that really fast. And then this move is kind of weird. This is what I understand the move to be. This is like after watching all 4 of them very closely, I think this is what the move is supposed to be. They don't all do this exact same move. But I believe the idea is that this hand, the left hand shoots down as the right hand does a little roll up the arm. Da-da-da-da, yeah? That is what I understand the move to be. I might not be 100% correct. Like Taman isn't doing anything because he's singing, and then the other 3 are just sort of, it's just like da-da-da, and it happens so fast and then they move on. So it's kind of hard to see, but I think this is what the move is supposed to be. Yes, so the 3 moves after you pull here are up, down, point down, roll. Yeah? I'm thinking if there's a move in between this one and the next one. Let me double check. Okay, yes, there's one move. I just knew I was making something. So you just did this roll. Your hands are going to punch out as you step. Yeah, you step out, and then you're going to pull this way. Yeah? So you're here on 3. You're going to punch and step on 4, and then your hands are just like pulling you this way. They're all doing like going different directions here, but I'm gonna say that you're gonna go this way because that's gonna help you reset for the next part of it. So from what's confusing is that it's very similar to the pull that we did before, where you just come here, but instead this time you're gonna pull and slide that way. Does that make sense? So the whole part, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Yeah? Okay. And you pull is on hate, where he says, I hate your call. It's going to be hate is when you pull. So give a little bit of musical cues here and there. Okay, so let's move back. We'll go over that one more time, and then we're going to put it together with the previous 8 count. So you did 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah? So from the previous 8 count, let's end here. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. Yeah? Let me know if you have any questions about that section, but we're gonna do it try it once at 50% just so we can add on that 4 counts because it's really fast. And I want you to actually like see how it flows together before we speed it up. So yeah, we'll do it once at 50% and then we'll try 75% a few times. Hopefully that made sense. Let's try it at 75% now. This is one of the like really fast, hard sections, so I want to really get this down.
참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의
It's already fast and we're only at 75%. Okay, let's do that again.
너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
Yeah? Okay, no questions so far. We'll do it one more time, 75%, and we'll do it a couple times at 100. And then we're halfway through, so we can take a breather and drink some water. Okay, one more time, 75%. Where are you? There we go.
너처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
Now let's try 100 and see how it goes.
뿐이겠지 나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love 너원이 너
It's so fast. Okay. Let's do it again, 2 more times. Or actually, 1 more time and then we'll drink water. Then we'll do it. Then we'll do it again.
나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
Okay. Grab some water. I always feel like I'm flailing just a little bit with this. I really like this dance, but it's very technical and so fast. Okay. One more time up to speed, and then we'll move on.
잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
I messed up the beat a little bit that time. Sorry about that. Let's do it one more time so I can
잘한 사람
get
없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며댄 네 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You only you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 When I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love 너원이 너
I like the next part. So I think there's 2 like tricky parts with this. I'll just go over them so you can have them in your mind. That I find one is when I'm like doing this pull. I want to like move the left leg, but you have to remember that you don't move it until this. Yeah. So just try to not move until you do this. The other tricky part with that section is that because this move is so similar to the like. Because you're in this pose, which is the same as you're in it twice, like 4 counts apart. You just have to remember the first time you just pull and hold, then it's da 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 da, and then this time you're pulling and sliding. Yeah. first time, pull and hold. Second time, slide. So just keep that in mind. Okay, moving on. So we just did this pull. They're sort of like resetting a little bit, but they have specific feet that they do with this. So you pull, you're gonna step behind the left foot's gonna go behind the right, and you're gonna step, and you're doing a shoulder wipe, like a shoulder brush, left hand to right shoulder, as you step this way, and then you're stepping this way, but you don't step completely behind this time because you're about to do the kick on one. So do that a little bit slower. You just did this pull. You're gonna step, step, brush, step, step as you brush, prep, kick on one. So it's gonna go and one. Your hands are coming up to your like thigh to really like kick that straight forward. I think they get to like 90, but not that much higher. But the idea is that just think of having your foot, the sole of your foot, face the audience. Yeah? And you wanna like step onto that foot as you land it, because then you're gonna hit here, yeah? So you do this big kick on one, land on two, and you hit three here. Your body's like leaning back a little bit, so from the side you're gonna look like this, and the left leg's forward, and your hands are just gonna hit. You want them to hit really sharply, like you're hitting a table here, yeah? Yeah. So really hit that, and then you're gonna step back with the left, hands are gonna come to here, and you're gonna step back with the left again. So your left foot's gonna go from forward, together, back. Cool? So that whole section, after you pull 5, 6, C, and 7, and actually, what are the counts there? 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be. Let me double check those counts. 7, 8, and 1. Okay, so you do have a moment where you breathe. So you pull on 5, kind of like hold on 6, and then 7 and 8 and 1. That makes sense? So pull 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1. You really don't get to step behind with the right leg because you're prepping here. So you just do 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah? Yes, okay. Make sense? Okay, we're gonna do that at 75%. I think we can do that. We're gonna start from the fast bit. If you wanna get that in, don't worry about the don't call me section.
너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You don't know you waste my time 믿어봐 넌 최악이야 뭐라 해줄까 끝났어 너의 love 3, 4, 5
Yeah? Hopefully that made sense. I'm gonna give you a little bit more just add on. Going a little bit fast because we don't have a lot of time and the second part's kind of fast. What was I gonna say though? This next section, I should preface, I forgot to preface before, it really goes with the lyrics. I'm gonna try to give you counts, but I'm also gonna let you listen to it a little bit because this whole like chorus section really matches what their lyrics are. Like every lyric has its own move basically, which is what makes some of it really fast. It also means the counts are really weird. So like a lot of the moves are 70 and or 80 and then you're holding 1, 3 or something like that, and it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna do my best to give you counts, but I'm also gonna let you listen to it and try to give you musical cues as much as I can. But yeah, so if you notice, na 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 na, love, boom, boom, boom. These are on pretty heavy like backbeats. There's like a clap, I think, on this one, and then there's a doom doom on this one, yeah? So just to finish up this 8 count, because you hit 4, 5, your feet are gonna step left, right, left on 7 and 8, and then you're gonna step out on 1. So you're here on 5, and your feet are gonna go 6, 7, 8, I guess it is. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So no, there's a, okay, I should say some of this, it matches the lyrics, but the flow of the lyrics is very similar for each 8 count. So you skip 6 and you skip 2 a lot of the time. It goes dung, dung, dung is what the like beats happen. So it's like 1, 3, 4, or 5, 7, 8. It actually goes 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 again, usually is what it is. So those are what the counts will be. So you did 1, 2, and then 2 is just like a put down, right? And then 3, 4, 5, and you're sort of like holding this on 6. You're like that same sort of reverb that you do here. There's like a reverb, and you're gonna go 7 and 8. Cool? So when you're doing this step, 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 your hands are gonna shoot up and then forward. Yeah, so it's gonna come forward. I thought they were just doing this at first, but they're like fully, I don't know, baby sharking or papa sharking it. They're gonna go up and down. And you're doing this as you do the step, 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 yeah? 7 and 8. It goes really fast, so some of them are like already dropping this right arm because as you step out, is that move, yeah? So just be prepared. You're gonna be like, is what it should be, but a lot of them are going like, because to get into that move. But okay, backing up just a little bit. So we pulled 5, hold 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold 6, 7, and 8. Yeah? And just so you're not like left here, you're gonna be prepping to do that move next. But I will go over how that move goes in a minute. Okay, let's go back and do that. Those 2 8 counts at 75%. 2 8 counts or 3 8 counts? What? We'll call from here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1.5 8 count, I should say. Okay. Do that one more time, that speed, and then we go back and do the whole thing at 100%. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just add that on. We do the whole thing at 100 once. Sorry, I'm going a little bit fast, just because we have to. Okay, the next part's really fast. We're gonna do that at 50%. I'm gonna teach it to you. Hi, I think somebody just joined us. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good. You might wanna go back a minute, learn the first half, but okay, so next part, we just did 7 and 8, 1. So what this is, your left hand is going to come up, it's going to point above your head, and then it's going to slowly travel down, spend most of the time in front of your lips, and then go to like here, yeah? 5, 6, 7, 8. I think you have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you have 4 counts with this. Your feet is stepping out, and it's hitting, so it's hitting 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Is it just 3 or 4? I think it's 4. Let me double check that though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I understand what I got mixed up. It's not as fast, it's really slow, so it's 5 counts, but you're hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah? So you have that whole time to really draw that out. What adds the swag to this move is you're doing like a little body roll, just like a little subtle chest and stomach roll as you're doing this move. Yeah? And that helps just make it a little bit sexier so you're not just like here, yeah? Groove it a little bit. So you have that for 5 counts. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is the part when you slow down. This part is fine slow, right? Or fine up the speed. You're gonna come out, in. I think they're supposed to be hitting this, but it goes so fast that I think most of them are just hitting like a little triangle here. Da, da, and your knees go in at the same time here. And that's and 6, and then you're gonna hit 7 and 8 and. Yeah. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8 and. Da, 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 da. I actually think they're doing, so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna break down this move a little bit. So you did 7 and 6. I thought at first they were just doing da da, but I think what they're actually doing is here, here. Like they're like extending 1 and that. But it goes so fast, it's really hard to tell. Like they're all doing it like a little bit differently. So what I try to do is this, but it's faster to just go da da with the elbows, like a bend bend. But I think what they're actually doing is like extend, extract, like da da da, that. You might have to like pick whichever person you want to like focus on and just do it exactly how they're doing, that's fine. But they're all doing it a little bit differently, so it's kind of hard to tell. But what happens, so you're in, out, in here. You're gonna jump here, so your feet, your right leg's coming up. Keep all the weight in your left leg this time, because you're gonna go ba, 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 yeah? Because you're just gonna like tap it down and then bring it up and down again. Da, 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 da. And that's 7 and 8 and. And then you're gonna unwind on 1, yeah? So your foot goes behind, because then your right leg's behind your left. You're just gonna turn and unwind your body, yeah? As you turn though, you're gonna bring this, so like as you get to the front again, the right leg's gonna come, just do a little swivel so your feet end up like straight together again. In fact, I think the right leg's a little bit behind the left. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I just didn't want you to be like stuck here. But yeah, so we just did 7 and 8. They're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Na 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 na. Unwind. Oh, as you unwind, the right hand comes over the head and ends with the left in front. Yeah? So just be ready for that. Okay, so going back a little bit, where did we end? Let's see. Yeah, let's start from hate your call. That's a good place to start. And we'll do it at 50%. Just so you can get those last 3 moves, we'll do it at 50% once. Because those are really fast. But then we'll speed it up. Play. Hope that made sense. We're gonna try it at 75% now. Let's start from the same place though. Fortunately, this is the last like super fast section. I think that like these few moves are like the hardest to do. The last like super fast, yeah. So we're gonna move a little bit fast. Let's do the whole thing at 75% and then we'll do the whole thing at 100 just because we only have like 15 minutes left.
나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You don't know you waste my time 그봐 넌 최악이야 What I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
Hopefully you're seeing how it goes with the music as well. I know I'm like counting over it right now and we're going kind of fast. Let's try this whole thing at 100 just so you can feel how it's like. I know we're going a little bit fast.
쓸 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You don't know you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 What I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
Okay. That's fast. One more time that speed. We're gonna drink some water. I'm gonna teach you the last bit.
너 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You don't know you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 What I hate you call 끝났어 너의 love
Okay, let's move on a little bit. Fortunately, the rest of this is not super hard, and it's not super fast, just a little fast. Okay, so where did we end? I keep doing that. Oh, we unwound. So we did 7 and 8 and 1. You're ending with your hands here. You have 1, 2 to unwind, and then 3. You're gonna pull up, hit 4, 5. But the idea is like you're hit with your like upper body is like bouncing on something here, and you're hitting it really hard. 4, 5. It's the same 4, 5 that you hit there. So it's like that same syncopation. As you unwound 1, remember 2 is just a place. You're hitting 3, 4, 5. It's the same as 3, 4, 5. That same beats. Oh, grab water. That's what I forgot. I'm like, why am I breathing so hard? Okay. So you unwound 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. And you do hit 6, 7, 8 this time. So you're hitting 6 is just like a pull here. 7, you're prepping down here. 8, 1. Maybe it's, wait, let me double check. Actually, it might be holding and then hitting 7, 8. That's what it is. So it's the same. Never mind. No reverse counts. So you hit 1 or 3, 4, 5. Hold 6, 7 and 8. 1. Okay. I'm gonna break down this move. So 7 and is just a pull here. You're prepping on 8, and then it's another ooh. What's happening on ooh? Your left hand coming to your right hand and then it's traveling across your hand around your chest. While you do that, you're doing a back bend here, but let me spread this. I like to do like back bends like this, but they're actually bending their knees and their legs are pretty wide, so it's more like this, yeah? It's a very matrix moves. So you're hitting 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4, it's the same as this, so you have 4 to get here. And then you're hitting 5 and really sharply with this shoulder. So you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and. Yeah, 5 and here. Sorry, I'm just remembering what the next part is. 5, 6, and 7, 8. Yeah. Sorry, I was remembering that's the account, or the rest of the account. Okay, so we're just gonna go over it once from here. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and holding 6 again. So da da 6 and 7. Yeah, this kind of move is weird. They do this more clearly the second time than the first time. Where you're up, your elbows are in this pose. You're hitting da da, and then you turn on 8. I don't know if you can hear. Okay. Anyways, so that's that 8 count. So from here, one more time with counts, and then we'll do 75% music. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. So 5 and hold 6 and 7, yeah? And then turn on 8. Okay. How much time do we have? Not that much. Let's do this with counts, or sorry, with music 75% a couple times. We're just gonna start from this part, yeah? Where is that? Where's Taemin? Okay, that's where it is. Sorry. Minho walking into the music. Okay. Sorry, can you say that? 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, one more time that, 75%, and then we'll go back and do it at 100. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Thank you. Okay, let's try that at 100. And then we just have 2 more 8 counts. I'm gonna throw them at you because we have like 5 minutes left. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. You know what I'm realizing? I think I thought that the pre-chorus was part of the chorus and it was 8 counts. I think I've actually been teaching y'all 12 8 counts, which is why we're going over. I think I didn't count the number of 8 counts correctly. Sorry. I will stay here and learn it with or teach it to you. We'll probably end up going over time, I'm realizing, because we actually still have, I think, 4 more 8 counts. I'm just gonna give them to you pretty fast though, and then we'll do our best. I should have probably started at the kick. I'm realizing that now. I think I started too early. But more choreography, right? All fun times. But I really want to teach you the next part because it's really fun. Let's go ahead and do the whole thing 100%. And if you want to end here, I think that's 8 counts. And if you want to end here, by all means. If you want to keep going and learn the last 4 8 counts, stick with me and I'll teach it to you. All right. Okay, so we're going to do the whole thing from the beginning at 100%.
Mix some love. You don't know you waste my time. 무게가 너무 최악이야. What I hate you call.
Okay. Okay, so that's 8 counts. I guess the whole thing is 8 count. I don't know, it's a lot, but okay. The next 4 are not as hard though, so hopefully it won't take super long. I'll just do two 8 counts and then the last 2 8 counts, I think. There's more slow moves in this next part. I will go over all of it in a minute, but okay. So where did we end? We ended 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're turning this way, but then you're gonna around this way. Yeah? You want your body to face this way after this move, this way, because then you're gonna around this way. If that makes sense. As you come around, your left leg is gonna be popped, and your hands are pointed like this. The right hand is pointed up, and the left hand is pointed down. Yeah? You're gonna come around. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah? You're gonna do a switch. So your hands are just going and the feet are just going right, left. And then you're gonna come around, and then the right knee is gonna come in front. So your left knee should be popped, and then you're gonna go right, left, and then you're coming around to the front, and your right knee should be popped. It's a kind of a girl move, which I feel like they just threw at them, and is not at all like the rest of the choreography. But anyway, so we did 1, 2, and 3. And then as we come around, your hands, I'm gonna get close so you can see here, are gonna do a little roll to here. Yeah? So they're like this to start with, and then your right hand's gonna come over the left, and you're rolling, so you end up with the right in front. Cool? Da-da-da-da. Yes. And you're doing that as your feet come in front. So you're here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 4, 5, I'm not sure if that's too far. It goes with lyrics. Da-da, da-da-da. And then your hands are gonna like drop down a little bit, and then you're gonna scoop on 6. I think they drop on 5. And what this next move is kind of weird. Your hands drop, and then your right hand is gonna scoop over your head, and you're gonna do like lean into it with your head, and then step. I'm gonna get this way because we're about to travel that way. So you're here, right leg popped, drop your ends a little bit, and then you're gonna lean into it, step left, right, left. And so you end up with your left leg a little bit this way, and you're gonna prep because you're about to do this move. Yeah? Okay. So we did 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, C, and 7, 8. 6, 7, and 8. Yeah. I know that this is on 6, 7, and 8, which is weird now I think about it. Maybe it's on 7, should be 6. So. This is a little different. Yeah. You're scooping around 1 and 3, roll here, drop, scoop your head, step. I'm gonna give you the next part. It's gonna go this way. So you're leading with like your right shoulder is gonna be pull, drag, I can't get out of frame, so I'm gonna try not to travel with this, but the idea is they're traveling like all the way across the stage. And they wanna like drag their foot as you're doing this. You're gonna do 3 of them. The first one's a little bit longer, so it's gonna go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Yeah? And then you're just gonna go and 5, 6. And I think they throw on 7. Sorry, I'm giving you these 2 8 counts kind of fast. Hopefully that's okay. So I did here, This is all of Key's part. Yeah. Let's do it like 75% with the music, just so you can see it, and I'll try to count it properly. The counts are a little bit funky for this. It's even like worse than before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 6, 7, 8. Yeah? Hopefully this part isn't too bad, this 8 count. So you're gonna go hit 1, 3, 4, and 6, throw on 7, and then step to prep. and the next 2 8 counts are not hard, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's just like a lot of choreography. I know I'm just like throwing it at you, but hopefully it's okay. Let's do that one more time, 75% from here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't see. And hopefully you can hear okay. But yeah, you're hitting this really hard. So be ready for that. Let's try that at 100. It's gonna really go with the music. So I think it's next time. Na 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 na, and then this is on like a clap noise is when you throw. Okay, let's try that at just those 2 8 counts at 100 a couple times, and then we'll add it back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, it's really hard for some reason. These 2 8 counts in particular are really hard for me to count. I might just do it a couple times, like I'll count you into it. I'll do it one more time and I'll count you into it, but just listen to the lyrics and it just really goes with the lyrics. I guess it goes on young and then throw, if that helps you at all. Okay, let's go back and do the whole thing. I'm gonna go over the choreography from the beginning really fast, and then we'll do the whole thing once with music, and then I'm gonna give you the last 2 8 counts, actual last 2 8 counts this time. Okay, so from the beginning, you're gonna go 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, you bend over, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2. I realize that most of them look to the left on this move. You can do it or not. If you're watching me, that's fine. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. Oh, those counts are weird, aren't they? Okay, we're gonna try the whole thing at 100%. If you're like really lost in any particular section, especially like the last 2, let me know, but then we'll move on. We'll learn the last 2 8 counts. 100%. I can't like count Bend down. You don't need to waste my time. And 1, 2, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, and 2, 3, 4. Hit, 4, 5, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 1. Hit, and 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, last 2 8 counts, okay? Where did it end? This part. 4, and 6, 7, 8. You're resetting, so you're both feet together. You're gonna pick your right hand to your left leg, kick it out. So it's gonna go 1, 2, and 3. So you're gonna keep all the weight in your right leg, yeah? So you're gonna left leg to hand, kick it, and it's gonna go behind, pretty far behind, like a extension, and you're gonna clap up at a diagonal. This is on a clap in the background, so it's really important you hit that on 3, yeah? I'm just gonna go 1, 2, and 3, 5, and 6, 7, 8, yeah? So this is just up, down, right hands to hip, slide out, yeah? Okay, so the whole 8 count's gonna go 1, 2, and 3, 4, and, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Then you're gonna put this right foot behind left foot behind the right again, not as far this time though, and you're just gonna do 2 little finger wags here. You're looking to the right as you do that. On 1 and 2, 3. So you're gonna go 1 and 3, drop the hand on 4, 5 and 6 and then you're done. Okay, so after clap, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, this whole section goes with the music. Na, 3, 4. I would say the one section that doesn't is this, because there's this drop down of the hand, there's like nothing happening. It just drops down. And I think it's so that as you do this move, your hands can be naturally where they want to be, yeah? So, breaking down the last move, your foot's gonna come up to the right, plant it down, then then you're bringing it straight to the front. Plant it down, then the left foot comes up to the left, plant it down, come up. Not all of them do this very like da, 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 da. It's kind of a little bit lazy. It's just supposed to be kind of a chill move at the end of the dance, at the end of the chorus, I should say. So they're just hitting da 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 da. And they do, make sure you put it down between the first 2, but not all of them put it down on the second side for some reason. They're like a little bit lazy, I don't know. Yeah, but make sure it's very distinct. You're hitting up on the beat every time, yeah? And your hands are coming on this side, and then they naturally switch to this side. So your right hand's down for this, and then left hand's down for this. And after this, they're just sort of hit a pose. And then you're done. Yay. Okay. All right. Hopefully some of you are still with me. If you need to come back, like if you need to take a break and like learn the rest tomorrow, I totally understand. All right, so last 2 8 counts one more time. After you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hit. And you can do whatever you pose you want at the end. They all do different poses. Yeah? I'm breathing so hard now. All right, let's do just those 2 8 counts, 75%, and then we'll finish it up and put it all together. Again, this section really goes with the music. Here, let me play it. I'm gonna do it one more time and I won't count as much so you can really hear the music. Does that make sense? So, 안녕, na boy ji ma, or something like that. Na mola, silence. Na hajima. Yeah. All right, we'll try that at 100%. Just those 2 8 counts. Okay. we'll do it, that 2 8 counts one more time. I still feel like it's really quiet. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit so you can really hear it.
네 사랑 난 이제 아냐 지워내 잊어버려 제발 난 널 몰라 손에 전화하지 마 Sick of all your trash
Okay, so let's do the like last 4 8 counts that I kind of threw at you with up to speed. So we'll start from here, or right before that, sorry, before that. Oh, this part. Da, da, da. Yeah. I guess the back bend is right before that, so we'll do that.
계속 말하잖아 next time 넌 없어 in your life 네 사랑 난 이제 아냐 지워내 잊어버려 제발 난 널 몰라 손에 전화하지 마
I think the other trouble is I'm getting so tired that my like moves are getting worse. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, y'all. It's really hard. Okay. Let's go back and do the whole thing. We'll do it all together. Let's do it all together at 75% once, and then we'll try it at 100, just so we can like put it all together at like a reasonable speed first. Let's see how that goes, yeah? So we'll do it all together at 75%.
모르겠지 나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You don't know you waste my time 누가 봐 넌 최악이야 But I hate your call 끝났어 너의 love Don't worry now 사랑하면 보내줘 Don't worry now 계속 말하잖아 next time 넌 없어 in your life 네 사랑 난 이제 아냐 지워내 잊어버려 제발 난 널 몰라 손 위에 전화하지 마
I feel like at 75%, it seems so reasonable. Okay. So, I'm gonna breathe for a minute, then we're gonna try the whole thing at 100%. Thank you all for joining me today, especially if you stayed 15 minutes over. If you wanna donate to class today, it's Venmo Mindy-Pile. I appreciate it. These are the classes for next week. You can see the bottom 3 here. I think they're all girl classes, more like fun, easy ones as opposed to this very, very hard technical dance. I think my next dance is gonna be easier. I'm not gonna pick something so hard. And this makes me so out of breath. Yes. But yeah, let's run the whole thing. We'll do it once. Take a minute to drink some water. And I'll run it again all together so you can like at least run the whole thing all together up to speed twice. Let's say we've done that, yeah? All right. I'm gonna count a little bit the first time, just as I'm able to, but I'm not gonna count as much the second time, so be ready for that. I'm actually gonna play, no, I'll play it out of here since y'all can hear it. We'll do that. Okay, let's do the whole thing up to speed. Yeah. Here we go.
넌 못 버티겠지 집착뿐이겠지 나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 넌 You don't know you waste my time 느껴봐 넌 최악이야 But I hate your call 끝났어 너의 love Don't worry no 사랑하면 보내줘 Don't worry now 계속 말하잖아 next time 넌 없어 in your life 네 사랑 난 이제 아냐 지워내 잊어버려 제발 난 널 몰라 손 위에 전화하지 마
Breathe for a minute, and then we're gonna do it one more time. Whew. I should try recording one of these. I don't know how that would go. I'm so tired at this point. Tell me who your shiny bias is in the chat while I set up my camera to record our last take. Set up my tripod, I should say. See how this goes. There we go. All right, you ready, y'all? Let's do it. I'm just gonna count us into this one. I'm not gonna count the whole way, so we'll just try to follow along and match the lyrics, yeah?
나처럼 잘한 사람 없을 거니까 너도 참 피곤했지 전부 꾸며대니 머릿속 꽤나 어지러웠을 거야 미쳤어 너 You don't know you waste my time 못해봐 넌 최악이야 What I hate you call
끝났어 너의 love The one you know 사랑하면 보내줘 The one you know 계속 말하잖아 Next time은 없어 in your life 네 사랑 난 이제 아냐 지워내 잊어버려 제발 난 널 몰라 손 내게 전화하지 마
Sick of all your trap
Yay! Somebody says Key is their biased. Oh, sass bias. Yes, Key has great sass. He has really good stage presence. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'm going to drink some water because that's important, and then take a little bit of break.